Welcome everybody to Monday, April 5th. This is a continuation of Friday's lesson on the True Cost of Fashion worksheet. Ran into a couple different issues with our Google Maps. Okay, so with our Google Maps, we're just pinning our items that are going onto our actual sheet, right? So if I have a jacket, if I have a pair of pants, if I have a pair of shoes, a Chromebook, a notebook, a pencil, and a dog toy that I found on my floor, okay? Those are the only items that I would even think about placing onto this map in the first place, all right? And then when we open this map up, the only thing that we have to do, I would stay away from searching at all. Go into the proper section. If I'm going to put shoes in somewhere, let's say they're made in like Vietnam, for example. I'm in shoes. It's blue on the shoes layer. All I have to do is click on a pin, place that into Vietnam. I just put Nike Air Max. Okay, save those. If I want to find a picture of them, I can edit that in the paint bucket item. Let's say I have a custom icon I want to make. I'm going to Google Nike Air Max. Let's say these are the shoes I have. I'm going to select that, hit OK, and then now I have my Nike Air Max in Vietnam. Let's say I just want a pin itself, and I want to make them red because that's the color of my, or orange because it's the color of my shoes. Then there we go. That's all we have to do. But we did have issues on Friday with a ton of the pins that were on there got erased and totally redone. So I'm guessing it had to do with deleting layers by accident, adding layers by accident, or possibly coming up here and hitting set to default or something like that. So if you do notice that, oops, I just did something that took all of these images off of the map, quickly hit back so that we can save those things, okay? I also in our daily agenda, or weekly agenda I should say, I think I put a link for the new map itself. Maybe, yes, link to new Google Map right here. So if you don't have that link updated on your sheet and you can't see any of the edits that were in that video right there, this is the link to the new map. If you haven't made a copy of the True Cost of Fashion worksheet, then you don't have to worry about it. All right, so when you open up that True Cost of Fashion, the only things that we're doing today are finishing looking at these resources that'll tell us a little bit more about fashion and the costs that we have to pay outside of our pocketbooks for our fashion. We're investigating those today, so we have time to look through those and read those and dive into some other articles that they suggest, or finishing up pinning our items and saying what they are and where they're made from on our sheet. You also have a journal question. So the journal question is our reflection for today. That journal question will be, what are some ways fashion is bad for the environment? And that Bloomberg article that's linked in your True Fashion Guide, that second one there, it says environmental impacts of our clothes, has a lot of good information that will help you answer that question. So aside from that, it's a continuation of what we were working on Friday, listing our items that we have on us on that worksheet and submitting that. And once we have those done, looking at these links here and videos and articles and making sure that we know where they're at. If you don't put the cost of your item, not a big deal. Lastly, on our daily agenda, as you can see, we also have Inside How My iPhone is Made. This is a pretty cool article. An NYU student went undercover over a summer before he got his doctorate or master's or something at NYU and decided to work in a cell phone factory for a summer to see what it was like. And he came back and reported on that for his master's thesis, I think it was, in business administration. So it was pretty cool. It's a neat little video, and he talks about the do's and don'ts of the factory itself, what it felt like when he was in there, and why, this is during the end of or middle of Trump's presidency, why bringing those Apple jobs to the U.S. probably wouldn't actually work. So with all that being said, pretty neat little video. So check that out. That's right there on the slide. So inside of how my iPhone was made. And then you have your fashion worksheet link there. You have your Google Map help. If you're worried about screwing up the map, just don't post your things on there, or just do one or two things if you have some time. Alrighty. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, reach out to me through email. I should be able to respond to you fairly quickly. And have a great one. And we'll see you soon.